We have a bunch of comets right now flying into the inner solar system.
In a secure bunker deep underground, a general for the U.S. Space Force just signed an order that has never been used before. The reason? A new map of the solar system just came in from the James Webb Telescope, and it shows our home is no longer safe. Thousands of rogue comets are inbound on a collision course. They're calling it the shotgun effect.
And this is bizarre because of how many it is. It's literally a swarm of comets.
And it's a threat so big that a public announcement would cause global panic. We have the details they are hiding from you. First contact of a different kind. It all began with a flicker. Not a dramatic explosion, but a subtle, almost imperceptible distortion in the data pouring back from the Vera C. Rubin Observatory in Chile. Perched high in the Andes, its powerful 8.4-meter mirror was designed to map the entire southern sky every few nights, cataloging billions of stars and galaxies. But in late 2025, it started flagging something that wasn't on any star chart. An entire patch of space, a region thought to be empty, was behaving strangely. The light from distant galaxies was being slightly bent or lensed, as if something massive but nearly invisible was drifting in front of them. Many people are crazy about finding new planets, but this was something else entirely. Initially, the automated systems classified it as a data error, a glitch in the sensor. You see, gravitational lensing on this scale is usually caused by something enormous, like a black hole or an entire galaxy cluster. But this was different. The object, whatever it was moving, and it was moving towards us. The first team to analyze the data thought it might be a rogue brown dwarf, a failed star, cold and dark, wandering through interstellar space. That would have been a headline-making discovery on its own. But as they gathered more data, coordinating with NASA's James Webb Space Telescope for an infrared peek, the truth turned out to be far more bizarre and, to put it mildly, far more concerning. The most shocking fact is that it wasn't one object. It was a cloud, a loose, sprawling collection of thousands, maybe even tens of thousands, of individual bodies. Each one was a comet nucleus, a dirty snowball of frozen gas, rock, and dust, some measuring hundreds of feet across, others as large as a downtown city block, over half a mile wide. The total mass of the cloud was so immense that it was bending space-time itself, creating the gravitational lensing effect. This wasn't just a few comets, it was a civilization of them, a swarm of cosmic ghosts gliding silently out of the darkness. What many overlooked is just how fast this swarm was traveling. It was booking it at over 100,000 miles per hour. Scientists at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory worked around the clock, their computers churning through complex orbital mechanics. Their conclusion was chilling. This swarm wasn't from another star, it was one of ours, shaken loose from the Oort cloud. The Oort cloud is a theoretical, gigantic spherical shell of icy bodies surrounding our solar system, almost a light year away. Think of it as our solar system's attic, filled with trillions of leftover pieces from its formation 4.5 billion years ago. The theory goes that a passing star, or a gravitational ripple from the galaxy itself, had recently passed too close to this cosmic attic, knocking a huge chunk of it loose. This celestial event sent a river of comets cascading down the sun's gravity well. And the Earth? Our planet is sitting right at the bottom of that well. The data was checked, double-checked, and then checked again. There was no mistake. In just a few short years, this swarm would barrel through the inner solar system. The planets would be forced to run a cosmic gauntlet. And while NASA maintained a calm scientific front to the public, another conversation was happening in secure video calls with the Department of Defense. Because when you have thousands of objects, some the size of mountains, heading into your neighborhood, it's no longer just an astronomical curiosity. It becomes a planetary defense emergency. The USSF was alerted, and their response was swift and secret. Waking the giants. When the United States Space Force was officially formed, many people thought its purpose was for some future conflict in space. You can see this everywhere, from movies to news reports. But the thing nobody tells you is that one of its most critical and most classified missions has nothing to do with other countries. It has to do with protecting the entire planet from threats that come from the void. And this comet swarm was the ultimate threat, a scenario that planners had only ever simulated. Suddenly, the simulations were real. The USSF was officially on alert. So what does that actually mean? It doesn't just mean more people are watching the screens, it means activating a chain of command that goes right to the top. It means retasking spy satellites not to look down at Earth, but to look up and out, using their incredibly sensitive optics to get a better count of the swarm. It means powering up experimental systems and running diagnostics on technologies the public has never even heard of. You see, the DART mission, where NASA successfully slammed a probe into an asteroid to change its course, was a brilliant proof of concept. But that was like deflecting a single baseball with a bat. What's coming is a shotgun blast of thousands of baseballs. You can't just hit them one by one. What many overlooked is the scale of the problem. A single half-mile wide comet nucleus hitting the Earth would release more energy than all the nuclear devices on the planet combined. It would create a crater over 10 miles wide, trigger continent-sized firestorms, and throw enough debris into the atmosphere to block out the sun for years, causing a new ice age. It would be an extinction-level event. Now multiply that risk by thousands. Even if most of them miss, just a handful getting through would be a global catastrophe. The most shocking fact is that our current strategy isn't built for this. We don't have enough rockets or interceptors to handle a swarm. This is where the classified programs come in. Deep within the USSF and DARPA, the Defense Department's Advanced Research Agency, projects with code names like Hyperion and Archangel have been quietly working on next-generation solutions. One such concept is a directed energy array. Think of it as a massive orbital laser, not to blow the comets up, but to heat one side of them. As the ice on the comet's surface turns to gas and vents into space, it would act like a tiny natural rocket engine, slowly but surely pushing the comet onto a new, safer trajectory over weeks or months. The challenge is building one powerful enough and getting it into position in time. Another more aggressive option is the standoff neutralizer payload. These aren't conventional explosives. Instead, they are designed to detonate a short distance from the comet, bathing it in a focused wave of radiation like X-rays. This energy would vaporize the entire surface of the comet in a fraction of a second, creating a massive propulsive blast that would shove it off course. To put it mildly, it's a risky move. Get it wrong and you could accidentally fracture the comet, turning one big problem into dozens of smaller, harder-to-track problems. But against a swarm, it might be the only viable option. The USSF is now in a race to see if these theoretical systems can become operational reality. The clock was ticking, and the swarm was getting closer every single second. The Great Filter. The real terror of the comet swarm isn't just its size, it's the chaos it will bring. As this massive cloud of cosmic debris gets closer to the sun, things start to get messy. The sun's heat begins to bake the surfaces of these ancient ice balls, causing them to vent gas and dust. This is what gives comets their beautiful, iconic tails. But not all things are what they seem. This process is also incredibly violent. Pockets of gas can burst and thermal stress can crack a comet's nucleus apart. A single solid object can suddenly break into 10, 20, or even 100 smaller pieces, each on a slightly different path. This fragmentation is the ultimate nightmare for planetary defense experts. It turns a predictable threat into a game of cosmic roulette. It's what scientists call the shotgun effect. Instead of one big target, you now have a spreading cone of debris, all heading in the same general direction. Many people are crazy about the idea of a single giant impact like the one that wiped out the dinosaurs. But the thing nobody tells you is that a swarm event could be even worse. It wouldn't be one bad day. It would be a bad year, with multiple impacts happening all over the globe. Imagine a sustained bombardment, with city-ending events happening every few weeks in random locations. No nation would be safe. Global infrastructure, from communications to supply chains, would collapse. What's the timeline? The current projections, which are being refined every day, show the leading edge of the swarm crossing the orbit of Jupiter in late 2027. By mid-2028, it will enter what military planners are calling the engagement window, or more grimly, the kill zone, the region of space between Mars and Earth. This is where the USSF would have to make its move. Any interception has to happen far from Earth. The most shocking fact is that even if a comet is successfully broken apart, its fragments will largely continue along the same path. You have to change its course, not just shatter it. And you can see this everywhere in the science. The composition of these comets adds another layer of danger. These aren't just big rocks, they are packed with frozen chemicals like methane, ammonia, and even hydrogen cyanide. A major impact in the ocean could release enough of these toxic compounds to create a dead zone the size of a continent. An airburst, where a comet explodes high in the atmosphere, could rain these chemicals down over thousands of square miles. It's a chemical event as much as it is a physical one. One study found that a dense comet swarm passing through the inner solar system could deposit enough dust in Earth's upper atmosphere to significantly alter our climate, even without a single direct impact. What many overlooked is the sheer unpredictability. While we can track the big pieces, the thousands of smaller car-sized or house-sized chunks that will inevitably break off are essentially invisible until they are right on top of us, entering the atmosphere as supercharged fireballs. The sky would be filled with more shooting stars than anyone has ever seen, but many of them wouldn't burn up. They would reach the ground.
The USSF and NASA's are keeping this terrifying detail under wraps.
They know the truth, but fear what would happen if we all did. Are we alone in this? So if a threat this big is on its way, why isn't it the #1 story on every news channel in the world? Why are we not all looking up at the sky in fear? The answer is complicated, and it lies in a difficult balance between public safety and public panic. The thing is, revealing this information too early could cause a complete breakdown of society. Markets would crash, people would stop going to work, and the global cooperation needed to mount a defense would be replaced by chaos. Governments around the world have agreed in secret to a controlled information strategy. They are waiting for the moment when the threat is absolutely undeniable and when they have a credible plan to deal with it. But are we missing a key detail? People watching this are likely looking for a mystery, for a sign that something is happening behind the scenes, and the signs are there if you look closely. There has been a sudden, unexplained tripling of the budget for the USSF's Planetary Defense Division. There's been a series of secretive rocket launches from Vandenberg Space Force Base with payloads that are completely classified. Many people are crazy about searching for patterns, and the pattern here points to a massive hidden mobilization. Is this all happening overnight? No, this is a slow, methodical preparation for a crisis that is still a few years away. What many overlooked is the human element. Down to Earth, how do you tell 7 billion people that their world might be facing an unprecedented catastrophe? The psychological impact would be immense. For now, the strategy is to frame it as a scientific endeavor. You'll see more stories about NASA's Comet observation programs and the USSF's new satellite deployment systems. It's all true, but it's not the whole truth. It's valuable fluff, designed to slowly acclimate the public to the idea that we're paying more attention to the sky without revealing the terrifying reason why. The final chapter of this story is not yet written. The world's best minds at NASA, the USSF, and other space agencies are working on this problem right now. They are developing the tools and technologies that could save us. The comet swarm is a test. It's a challenge from the cosmos, forcing humanity to work together and become a true spacefaring civilization, capable of defending our home. We are moving from being passive observers of the universe to active participants in our own survival. This isn't a story about an ending, it's a story about humanity being forced to level up. The swarm is real, the danger is immense, but the hope lies in the quiet, determined work of the guardians on our high frontier. The fate of our world rests on technology that is still being tested. We have to trust that the plan will work. Are we prepared, or are we just delaying the inevitable? Let me know your thoughts below. Like and subscribe for more.